Yo, what's up guys? A little Majin here. Today I want to talk about some Armor King buffs. Yeah, I'm pretty late to the party. I know the patch came out yesterday. Patch 4.20 if I'm not mistaken, but I'm gonna go over the patch notes that were released and give you guys my opinion, what I think about all these new crazy buffs for Armor King. Before we get into reading the patch notes and demonstrating, I want you guys to hit like on this video. It helps put me on the YouTube algorithm so you guys can see my videos quicker. Also subscribe, click that subscribe button at the bottom here, and make sure you guys click on that bell icon to be notified each and every time I upload a new video into your YouTube feed. All right, first off, we got back 1-2 bugs fixed. So I guess the second hit would whiff after the first hit connected, but no longer will that happen. I've never seen that happen before. I've been playing with Armor King for years and I've never seen that, but a buff is a buff. All right, next we have while rise at 1 bugs fixed again. The move unnaturally missed the opponent when performed after blocking certain low attacks. Expanded the attack hit range downward. So did it get any other type of hidden buff? Well, looks it's an apparent range buff, but then again that could be the season 4 buff, you know, early on, so I don't know. But quality of life buff, that's good. While rising 2, again, I've never seen this move. Wait, I have seen this move missed before. The famous Brawl Pro video. I did this move when King was doing the alley kick, and it just went right over the alley kick and it killed me. So hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. But it was a slow-mo too, so you know, I can't recreate that in practice mode. But yeah, that's a nice buff, you know. 12 frame, mid, safe, counter hit launch. Yes. All right, so during the patch 2, so punch parry 2, so I guess it was unsafe. Yeah, I think it was unsafe, but now it's -9 just like while standing 2, so exact same move. Maybe I should use this move more. But anyways, next we have full forward neutral 2. This is a really big buff here. So many bullet points here on this. So they changed the frame advantage when blocked from -18 to -14. Wow. That is pretty huge. But before I start to give my opinions, let's keep reading. All right. Distance to the opponent when blocked is closer. Let me see here. Yeah, it looks, yeah, it's visibly closer too. Like, no pushback whatsoever. All right, they changed the crouching status from 12 to 37 frames to 8 to 37 frames. Since it was a high risk and weak homing, reduced recovery to compensate the shortening of the distance when blocked. Since the move got easily interrupted by an opponent's high attack, made the crouching status to start faster. Okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna have King do dab into 4. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, that's pretty fast. Yeah, that's a pretty nice buff. So almost, you know, I mean, 8 frames. That's faster than a jab. So pretty much in the heat of battle, whenever you do this move, it's gonna low crush. Well, high crush, I mean. So that's pretty good. Alright, so down forward 1, they expanded the hit range downward. I guess that's just for maybe combo purposes and maybe punishes, but I've practiced this against like AOP and like Eddie after blocking his back through 3 and it whiffed, so I can't really see. I guess it's some sort of quality of life buff, but still a buff. And they said due to the recovery of 4-4 neutral 2, certain aerial combos stopped working on counter hits, so the attack hit range was expanded downward. So maybe... No. Alright, let's do it quicker. I don't know, guys. But anyways, alright, down forward 2, another big buff. They changed it to a homing move. It actually has the homing sparkles around it, so unsidesteppable. I mean, before this patch, it was pretty hard to step that move anyways, but I guess they decided to go ahead and make it, you know, homing so that he'll have some, you know, homing mid that's quick enough to catch an opponent that does, you know, quick check side steps, like from like a down forward 1 or a back 1-2 or 2-1, something like that. You know, a lot of characters could get around his down forward 2, like the better ones with the better movement, Elisa, Zafina, Lily, you know, those characters. But true homing, 15 frames, it is still -12 on block. Let me show you guys. But he still has the second hit, you know, to check him. So yeah, that's pretty good. What else did they do to it? Expanded the attack hit range. In order to function more as a move, it counter sidestep changed to a homing attack since it sometimes unnaturally missed the opponent under certain circumstances. Expanded the attack hit range. Alright. So not only is it homing, it has more range. Yeah, as far as down forward 2, you know, the homing and the range buff, Armor King is just signed up to be part of the people who have moves that do everything, you know. That's something that we hear a lot. It does everything, you know. Counter hit launcher, you know. Homing, mid, range, and 15 frames. That is one hell of a buff. Alright, down forward 3, distance to the opponent closer on hit. Since the distance... I love the explanations these guys are including in patch notes now. Yeah, that's really good. Alright, since the distance to the opponent on hit was far, it was difficult to continue attacking in an advantageous situation. Shorten the distance to make it easier to attack. Oh wow, they don't go anywhere. So +5, you know, that's gonna mean a lot of times, you know, if you do a jab or giant swing, the opponent can't sidestep it, like with the majority of the casts. I'm sure there are some characters that still can, but yeah, that's gonna create for some interesting offense. Too bad they didn't buff the tracking on this, or too good. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's still a buff. Down forward 1+2. Change the frame advantage when blocked from -7 to -4. Reduce the frame disadvantage when blocked to make it easier to dodge the opponent's move with sidestep even when blocked. So yeah, I mean, -7 you really can't move against the faster attacks, but -4 you definitely can. So that's pretty good given how slow this move is. I mean, he gets a minimal reward on hit. He gets a free dash alley kick. Let me try and get it. Yeah, there it is. And you know it's free if they get up, like stand straight up and they get hit in the back. Yeah, that's guaranteed. So yeah, that's a pretty big buff. He could just throw this move out and he doesn't completely lose his turn. So that's really, really good. All right, so next is down 3, another big one in my opinion. Change the damage from 11 to 14. That is huge, guys, because it's -12. That means most of the cast, you know, doesn't get anything big from it. Of course, you have 2D characters, you know, they get some stronger punishes with or without meter, but most everyone else just gets a basic while standing 4. Or, you know, in Steve's case, you know, Wild Man, which is a lot of damage, but still 14 points. That's just 1 point weaker than King's 4/4 neutral 2. So yeah, this is a very, very, very viable poke. It already was pretty viable. I don't know why they nerfed the damage in season 4 to 11 points. Or was that season 3? I can't remember, but they made it weaker than King's, but now it's stronger. So that's good. And the other note is, since there is no crouching status and the return was also low, the damage was increased. I mean, King is on the screen. He wants a damage increase from down 3. It's the exact same move, right? But oh well. Armor King has better lows. So down back 1+2, another really big one. Change the frame advantage when blocked from +3 to +5. That's pretty big. All right, what else? Distance to the opponent when blocked is closer, so no huge pushback. Remember previous seasons when this move was blocked? It was so much pushback to where you couldn't even like get a down forward 1 before Zafina or like Alyssa could just backdash and you're just out of your turn. Or you just get launched because of the whiff. So that's really good. Just closer on hit and +5. Again, +5. Jab, giant swing. Can't even move. So that's really good. Alright, change the opponent's behavior on counter hits. So launcher. That is excellent, guys. And it's high damage too, because the move is already 30 on regular hit. How much is it on counter hit? 36 on counter hit. Yeah, that is crazy. I never landed that move on counter hit, not to my knowledge, but we will see. I'm gonna play with him some more now. But yeah, that is a big buff. All right, so the explanation. Since the distance to the opponent on hit was far, it was difficult to continue attacking. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Yeah. Shorten the distance, increase the frame advantage to make it easier to attack. Furthermore, since its return was also low, I think the return was actually pretty high. It was a plus. Far-reaching mid gives stumps. 54. I wouldn't call that low return, but I would call it at least a medium return. But anyways, they made the change to enable him to perform an aerial combo upon counter hit. All right, so next we have back 1-2 again, second time on the patch notes. Yeah, distance to the opponent. Yeah, so the second hit won't ever miss. Change the damage of the second attack from 17 to 20. Yeah, that's noticeable. Hit sparks too. All right, since his return was low when used as punishment, increase the damage and shorten the distance on hit to make it easier to attack. When the first hit is successful, the second hit unnaturally missed. It's now fixed. Yeah, this is actually huge. +6 with no pushback, so he's right in your face. So giant swing and jabs, completely unsidesteppable at that point, and he can do other moves without having to, to worry about backdashing and stuff. He's still gonna have to worry about like sidestepping on some of his slower attacks. If he tries to do the big headbutt after that or something, he still has to worry about stuff because it's 26 frames. But yo, as far as small Tekken goes, he's more than capable. After he punishes you, he can continue his offense. So that's really, really good. All right, so next, I didn't even notice this buff. While standing 4, distance to the opponent on hit is closer. I never noticed that they were far on hit, but I can't even tell. All right, what else is it? Same thing. Since the distance upon hit was far, it's difficult to continue attacking in an advantageous situation. Shorten the distance to make it easier to attack. It still looks like it's pretty far, even on hit, but I mean it's a whatever buff. It's a buff nonetheless, though. All right, so another big one. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, instant Shining Wizard, or just Shining Wizard in general. 45 damage instead of 40. That is big. And they say because it was difficult to continue attacking after a hit, they increased the damage. Wow, and that's a very sensible buff because as you can see, he's far away. He's pretty much lost his turn, even though he's +10. The only time he can actually do something that's like by the wall because he's a lot closer, and you know, he has range. Forward 2, back 3, shoulder barge, stuff like that. But out in the open, yeah, it's not even, you know, any sort of frame advantage. He's pretty much resetting the neutral. So yeah, 45, that's huge. So let's see, how much is it in rage? Wow, 49. Wow. That's actually pretty big, guys, because remember, if he does this rage drive, the tombstone is going to do regular damage, which is a 58. So he can really do his throw mix-ups and not have to worry about burning the rage. Just keep the rage and do Shiny Wizard. Alright, so next, I'm not going to read all of this, but pretty much all of his chain throw extensions got a 5 damage increase. So yeah, this is all really, really good. Yeah, 18, let me see, it's this big fling here, does 5 more to do a solid 50 damage. So yeah, that is pretty good. It gives him more incentive to do his grabs. Yeah, 65 instead of 60. Yeah, everything got 5 more points. So yeah, that is really good. All right, but all in all, I think Armor King is now, like you guys saw on my Twitter, he is the ultimate warrior. He's the ultimate fighter right now because he has good punishment. Look at that, just 1 point less than King's back 1-2. He has a Godfish, you know. He has a good, solid throw game. Definitely second best to King when it comes to throws. But however, I think it's easier to throw people with Armor King. Look at how quick the chain grab comes out compared to King's. So it's a noticeably faster move. The only difference is that Armor King, like all of his extensions can be broken. You know, when King grabs you, sometimes if you don't break 1, you have to eat 2. So that's one difference. And obviously he has good range on his pokes. Look, down 4, hitting that far away. Now 4-4 neutral 2, like I said, this is huge. It's +7. This is now one of the, if not the best low attack on the game. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, 4-4 neutral 2 from Armor King, it's #1. It crushes. Like, it crushes highs at the 8th frame. The move is pretty much unseeable. It's 19 frames. Seeable is like, I want to say 23 frames or higher. Like completely seeable. But 19, you're not really seeing this. Look at the range on it. Plus it's a 4-forward command, so he can have as much range, and with his Mishima Wave Dash, it has as much range as you want it to. +7. And only -14 on block. Most characters can't even launch punish it. It's only like a handful of characters who can launch punish -14 attacks. So yeah, that is pretty darn huge. And look, no pushback really on hit. +7. He can do anything. He can keep attacking. So playing small Tekken with Armor King, he doesn't have to take huge risks anymore because he doesn't have to worry about getting launch punish from that. You know, he can do that, and if it's on counter hit, combo. You know, I'll just do a simple one. Look at the reward. It is low risk, high reward. So that is excellent. Down 3, even more like buffing on his small Tekken. You know, 14 damage, that's nothing to scoff at. You can eat 2 of these. 28. That's almost like a weaker grab or something like that. So that's pretty darn good. 17 and 14. There it is. That's 31 damage. Just think about it. This could really be a common sequence. 4-4 neutral 2 into down 3. That's That's godlike. And thank goodness they didn't buff this to be like +3 or 4 or something like that. Then he will really be busted. But yeah, he has it all now. Armor King players should be very happy. I'm sure the man himself, JDCR, and Justin Iglesias, I'm sure both of those gentlemen are smiling. I'm smiling because I'm definitely going to be using more Armor King, especially. And I might even pick him in tournaments. Yeah, because he has it all now. They gave him the world early on in Season 4, but now this 4.20 patch is... It's taking him off of the planet. He's reaching to the moon. So the only 2 buffs that I wanted for Armor King were for Cross Dash 4 to have just a little bit more range. As you can see, it has no range still after all this time. And for Tombstone to be neutral on hit. Just for it to be something like King, you know. It's the same grab, but King's is neutral on hit. He can at least attack you easily before you get attacked. But that will be a direct buff to his rage drive, because when he needs to make a comeback, it's hard enough to land his rage drive, and then you get your Tombstone, the opponent is at an advantage. So that would have been, those were the only 2 buffs I wanted, but they gave him like everything else. So yeah, this is crazy. I think Armor King he's a bona fide S tier now, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button on the video. Let it pop up in the YouTube algorithm a little easier with your likes. And definitely, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to upload a little bit more nowadays, as you guys can see. So the content you guys is coming. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.